It's time to talk about the Expendables. And it's a movie that, well, I guess Alan hasn't seen.
Yeah, and after watching Dumb Money, I wish I had seen it.
All right, well, let's talk about the Expendables. This is now, wait, hang on a sec. I want to make sure I get this right.
You want to get that right?
Expendables, the fourth film in the series.
Yeah,
I have
because of
only
the four
seen,
in the title. That's why.
yeah, the four with the, it's very clever use of the four. But Expendables is the fourth film in the series. I have seen the first one, and I remember when I saw like the poster for the first movie, it looked like the way they were dressed with like these buff, oily men with like leather. It looked like a Chippendales show or a gay porn. But Expendables could be nothing further from that. It's definitely far from that. This is the fourth film in the series. Thankfully, the cast, it kind of got ridiculous. I haven't seen the second and third one, but it just seemed to get ridiculous with bigger and bigger casts. The focus here is on Christmas, that's Lee Christmas, played by Jason Statham, and Sylvester Stallone's character, Barney Ross, best of friends, bosom buddies in this. And it focuses on their friendship and a smaller group. It seems to me that the budget for this movie might have been a little less than the previous movies. But effectively, what the story is there's a kerfuffle in Libya. They have to go after some launch systems triggers for some nuclear weapons that are stolen from Libya. And Sylvester Stallone's character, and this could be considered a minor spoiler. I don't know how to talk about this. I don't know. I don't know if I should spoil this or not, but it happens at the beginning of the movie. So do I spoil this? Let's just say one of the characters dies in the beginning, and the rest of the movie is dealing with the repercussions of that. So there is a funny scene with Barney and Christmas at a bar where his Sylvester Stallone, Barney, his ring was, he lost it in a bet, and they put it on a double-sided dildo on display at the bar to humiliate him. And he goes to get his ring back with the help of Jason Statham. But Jason Statham is the lead character in this. He's the lead of this Expendables story. His girlfriend Gina, played by Megan Fox, is smoking hot in this film. I mean, there are scenes of them. Their foreplay is basically them beating the crap out of each other. I support this. It's very sexy, and in my opinion, I think Megan Fox, an older Megan Fox, is far more attractive, sexy than she was as a young woman. All I'm gonna say. She has aged like fine wine. As it is, because of this failure in Libya, Christmas is not invited. Jason Statham is not invited to participate in a raid on this boat that is carrying nuclear weapons. Andy Garcia plays basically the suit that is leading them on this mission. His character's name is Marsh, and they go off with their group, including Dolph Lundgren, among others, to take out these terrorists with these. They're basically on a ship that's made to look like an American ship that is carrying nuclear weapons. And the point is to spark World War III. They're going to spark a war. And most of the movie, the last 2/3 of the movie, takes place on a boat. The initial Expendables that are sent on this mission are captured, and Jason Statham, Mr. Christmas, has to come in and save the day. That is effectively what the plot of it is. It's pretty bad. The dialogue is horrible. The special effects are embarrassing at times. You can tell on this ship that they shot it on a set in the volume for most of the movie, and some of the digital effects are bad. I'm talking about people in moving vehicles, and you can see that it's just some green screen background. and they're jumping from car to car. It's all on a green screen, and it looks like it's on a green screen. And a lot of the movie is very dark. Some of the explosions even look very digital. Most of the explosions. Somehow the budget for this is anemic, which I think explains why the cast is so small compared to previous incarnations of the Expendables. The fact that Jason Statham is kind of the lead in this, and it's incredibly dumb. Everything about from the dialogue. To me, the best scenes were between Megan Fox and Jason Statham. I thought their chemistry was palpable, and it was sexy. Not gonna lie, it's so funny that like it stands out when you see a movie where a heterosexual couple has interest in each other, and you're like, wow, we haven't seen this in movies very much lately. So, in any case, the movie is incredibly dumb, over the top. I cannot give this a good rating. I'd probably rate this movie a 4 at best. Having said all of that, I had fun. I had fun watching this movie, even though I think it's a terrible movie. I can't recommend it. I don't think it's good. I mean, the first movie was like, at least tried to earnestly be like, take itself seriously. This movie is completely camp and stupid. And having said all of those things, I had a good time. I had a good time watching this film, and I'm surprised I did. I'm just really surprised that I had like a good time. And then I walked out, I'm like, that was stupid. That was might be the dumbest movie I've seen this year, and I had fun. So if you don't bring your brain to this movie, you'll have a good time. But it's a terrible movie that at best is a 4 out of 10.
Would you see it again?
Probably not.
And then is this the best Jason Statham movie this year? Was he in Fast X?
Wait a second.
He was in Meg 2, but was he in Fast X?
What's so funny is this movie does sort of share the same sort of like Meg 2 is, I could almost give a similar review to Meg 2. It's terribly stupid. It's dumb. The effects are bad. I had a good time. So this is the second dumb, terrible, but I had a good time. And I had fun watching the movie, Jason Statham movie. He's just he's a really good actor. He's an actor that sells it. And I will say, to just give a little bit of props to the action scenes, there's a knife fight at the end of the movie that is just freaking epic. That is just, it's just over the top and insane with a knife and an axe. That is just nuts. So, I mean, have a double feature with the Meg 2, The Trench, and the Expendables 4. You will not see a very good movie, but you will have a good time at the movies. The thing that I found really interesting was the theater was nearly empty. This is the AMC Burbank 16, and literally you could show anything there and it would be packed. The screening I saw of The Dark Knight last night was packed, and it was at 9:30. This was at 6:00, and it should have been packed in the Dolby Digital, and it was maybe a third full. So I was surprised how empty it was. But Jason Statham, he's the king of like, it's a dumb movie, but you like me. I know you really like me. So there you go. That's what now, if you had seen the movie, Alan, maybe you could have disagreed with me. Who knows? But let's get to your comments.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm regretting having seen Dumb Money. I should have seen this one.
Well, I saw the Dumb Expendables 4. How about that?
Yeah.